What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? Yeah, welcome everybody to the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen, heard live on Podbean, that is being seen and heard live on the Spotlight Sports Network, live also on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. What is going on tonight? I'm back. Monday night. It's almost like here in Memphis. Monday nights are special. If you know anything about wrestling, you would know that Monday nights in Memphis, Tennessee was legendary because that's the night when they wrestled at the Mid-South Coliseum. That is where Jerry the King Lawler would completely take over the city of Memphis. So it's special, it is. I don't care what y'all say. It is. What's going on? I'm sharing right now. Hopefully you guys will share with me. Let me see. Make sure I got some stuff going on here. Okay. All right. We'll make that better. How's that sound? A little loud on Podbean. If I got people on Podbean, let me know I'm too loud. See, that's what live radio is about. It's about it's about adjustments. Let me know on Podbean. Come on, talk to me. All right, adjust some more. All righty. Let's see here. Yeah, talk to me now. Talk to me now. Well, my mic is up too high. All right, I'm still working on Podbean, so let's see where we're at. Come on, talk to me. Oh, I know what it is. I'm just loud. I know I'm loud. Here we go. Watch this. How about that on Podbean? How about that? Well, before I start, I gotta make sure my sound is right. Talk to me on Podbean. What that sound like there? What that sound like right there? Come on, talk to me on Podbean. Better. Okay. All right. Let's do this then. It's better, but it's not what I'm looking for. How about that? How about that? I'm talking right now. Y'all bear with me, y'all. Y'all bear with me for those that are here. Let's see where we at now. That should probably be it. It probably is it. It probably is it. I know it is. I know it is. It's probably a little bit better now. Go on, talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Okay, you're not talking to me. All right. Well, it must sound good enough. It must sound good enough. Welcome everybody to the Big Time Show podcast. Let me say hello to everybody that is there. I hope that you guys will help your boy out with the shares. I hope that you will, and it would be very much appreciated. Yeah, Tavis, what's up? My brother's on the line. Tavis is here. Miss Ty is here. Let's see what's going on, everybody. Let me get to my stuff here. Let me say hello to everybody who may be on here. Oh my, I see my friend on here. Billy, I see you. Billy Atkins here. What's going on, Pastor Martin, Buddha? I don't see who the two others are, but appreciate it. Voice is off. My voice is off. Okay, we got some jankiness going on here. Hold on a second. Uh, can you guys hear me? We got some real jankiness going on right now. Talk to me if you can hear me, Tabs. Talk to me if you can hear me. You should be able to hear me. What's up, Chad? Can y'all hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? I need to know. I need to know. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, I should be good. I should be good. Okay, Quincy, appreciate you, man. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you, Billy. I can hear, see you. My frat is on here. Okay, I'm good on Podbean. Let me see. Tab say I can hear you. Okay. All right. Appreciate everybody. Okay. I don't know what's going on today. What's up, Michael? Michael Evans, you're a traveling man. Michael, every time you get on here, you either in South Carolina, North Carolina, now you in Atlanta. Man, I need some of your frequent flyer miles. What's going on? All right. Tonight's show is gonna be kind of repetitive, okay? But I have to say this because I need to tone down some of you guys' excitement level. Yeah, I mean, really, I don't want y'all to get hyped like we were hyped before. I see you, Billy. I see you calling in, but wait, Billy, if you're gonna call in, you need to call in on that call line that you're looking at there. 654. Oh, okay. 654-6853. Call in on that. Call in on that. Maybe you are calling in on that. There he is. Hold on a second. Do that again, Billy. I'm sorry. Okay. 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 Let's just stop it. All right, Billy. If you there, call back in on it for me if you don't mind. All right. Okay, Chad. What did you say? Chad says someone on the news did a finger pointing of Dwayne Haskins, and it was amazing. Chad, I don't know how to take that, man. I don't know how to take that. So you go have to, be a little bit more clear for me on that one. I don't know how to take that. Okay, I got my frat calling in. Y'all starting to call in line early. Here you go. I got my fraternity brother on here. My Nuke is in the house. What's going on, Billy Bob? I know you're a hater, so here we go. What's on your mind? Here we go. I can't help but laugh. Here we go. Uh-huh. I agree. Exactly. You get no argument here. This is a 49er fan too, ladies and gentlemen, that is talking. So here we go. Go ahead. Hmm. Close to it. Go ahead. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I love you too, brother. That's my fraternity brother, Billy, the one and only Billy Atkins. Oh my God. Well, that's a strange way to start the show off, but one thing about it, he didn't lie. Y'all know. I mean, I didn't want to start it off this way, but he didn't lie. He kind of summarized the entire Cowboy problem in about he did that in about a minute and 10 seconds maybe. It's true, y'all. It's true. It starts at the head. He didn't lie. I really wasn't even going there. And until the head gets right, the rest of the body will not follow. I'm just telling y'all. Look, you can say Jerry if all you want, but if you've been following me, you know what I've been saying. Our problems is none other than the son. That's Steve. I believe that Jerry has in his later years have succumbed. Can I use that word? Succumbed to his son. He operates not like the Jerry Jones that I know. He operates. That's the Jerry Jones that I'm seeing. That's not the Jerry that I going completely cuckoo over winning Super Bowl. There are players that Jerry Jones would have went after. Uh, he would have paid. Stephen Jones is just as cheap as a person can be. He refuses to go get the help that's needed. I said that in a previous show that when it comes to our team, as Billy said earlier, the roster was loaded. If you ask me, it was good enough to at least we were all obviously good enough to make the playoffs, win the division. We could have very well won a playoff game, maybe two. Who knows? You know how it gets in the playoffs. Once you get hot, you can go crazy and win. But here's my thing: when you leave with that roster that you had, man, you don't need to add too much. You don't. You just need a piece here and there, just a small piece. You don't need to do a total revamp. You just need one piece, and you can go on and build off one or two pieces. That's all. Such as I've said, a left guard, such as another linebacker, a Bobby Wagner type, which we let go. We could have got a left guard, if you ask me. To replace that, you got a $40 million quarterback back there. It makes sense to protect him as best as you can. I don't understand why we let everybody go. I'm with that. So Billy was right, and sometimes the truth comes from uh, you know a bad place, but it is. It's just the truth. I don't have no problem with when it's the truth. And sometimes the truth can come from places that are not fans. It is the truth. The Cowboys roster has been loaded enough on paper to get the job done. Um, Best offensive line in the game in one time. Y'all remember that? Had one of the okay. Billy got some more. Oh Lord have mercy. This is gonna be. I may need to bring Billy in as a co-host. I see that now. Come on in. Come on, Nuke. What you got now? Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay. 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 Oh, okay. Uh huh. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Okay. 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 I, I'm not even going to argue with that. I like what you're saying. I like what you're saying. Your sister is on here too, Billy. I'm quite sure you see that. Your sister on here. I'm surrounded by 49er fans. I can't stand it. Yeah, I see. I see. Just to antagonize me. I see what's going on. I see what's going on. All right, Bill. I appreciate you, man. Exactly. Exactly. All right. All right. Again, it's kind of like coming to America. You remember when they was watching Randy Jackson, Randy Watson, whatever his name was, and coming to America. You remember when Arsenio Hall was playing when he was playing the old man, and Eddie Murphy was playing the old man, and they were trying to pass down the bucket, and Arsenio put that chicken bone in there. You remember that? Remember when they was in the barber shop? That's what I meant to say. And you remember Arsenio said, "He ain't lying. He ain't lying. He ain't lying." Well, that's what I'm saying about Billy. He ain't lying. He's not. This is when you have to be real and be realistic. You have to be. You can't keep acting like you don't see the problem. You just can't keep acting like you don't know what's going on. You know that. So it's a shame. I'm being told that my music, background music, is too loud. Okay. All righty then. That's all right. That should sound better. I'm there now. Okay. Now let me get to a part of, and this is what I want to talk about. And you guys, hey, Billy started the call in. I usually let it, talk for a minute before I open it up. But if y'all want to call in, y'all come on, call in. I don't mind. We're just making y'all show tonight. So look, if y'all want to talk, come on in. We'll talk about it. But let me start the gamut off at least. Let me start at the roadway. Here's where Cowboy fans are now. Cowboy fans right now are extremely excited as usual about the draft. As I told you guys on the last show, the draft is where we shine because of who's leading it. Will McClay does an outstanding job of drafting players. That's part of what Billy was talking about. When you start talking about the roster, a lot of this roster is a product of the draft. No doubt about that. Will McClay shines during this time. It's not Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones does not watch film enough to be talking about bringing players in. He don't know, he just gets to shine at the end and start talking about guys. He has a little, leeway into it, but the work, the real nuts and bolts of the work is being done by the scouting department and Will McClay, which he's the head of. So this is where he shines. Okay. So I'm not worried about that. And in the process, a lot of the Cowboy fans are getting extremely excited and would pick 24. That's what we're drafting. And a lot of Cowboy fans, it varies. It varies. A lot of Cowboy fans say, okay, we need an offensive lineman at 24. A lot of people saying get the BPA, which is best player available at 24. A lot of people are saying it's kind of split. Let's get a wide receiver at 24. A lot of people are saying, let's get a defensive tackle at 24 if they're there. There are a lot of people that are saying, let's get a linebacker like Dean from Georgia. If he's there, snag him up. So, of course, Cowboy Nation is divided on which direction we should go. There's even been talk saying that later on in the draft that we should draft a running back. Okay. If you're talking about drafting a wide receiver, and this is where I'm going to hang my hat tonight. If you're talking about drafting a wide receiver and a running back or offensive lineman, here's my problem tonight. And I hope y'all guys catch me because this is really all I got to say tonight. We can go on eat your dinner after this. Any offensive player that is drafted to the Cowboys that is determined to make some type of impact the first year or whatever. I'm not excited. I don't care nothing about that wide receiver from Ohio State, Chris Olave, whatever his name is. I'm not excited about Green as an offensive lineman. I'm not excited about any running back coming in or tight end that may get drafted later in the round. I'm not excited about it at all. You know why? Kellen Moore. I, I mean, why y'all? Why? Look. If he didn't know what to do with Amari Cooper, C.D. Lamb, and Michael Gallup, what make y'all think that he gonna know what to do with a new receiver? I mean, come on now. How many number one receivers has Dak had? He had Dez, of course. Dez was going down a little bit. He had Amari Cooper. All of them gone. I mean, I don't know what y'all hype for. I'm sorry. I don't mean to put a pin in your balloon, but is Kellen Moore still our offensive coordinator? What you excited about a lineman getting drafted for when he don't know how to use offensive line? He believes you need to get agile guys that can back up and pass block. Why? Because that's all he does. He passed the ball. He called plays. What's up, Jose? I see you. Why are you getting excited? Why would you get excited? I mean, forgive me. If I was in charge, would I bring back Dez Bryant? Hey, Joe, I see you. Man, no. What I'm bringing Dez back for? We've already seen that experiment. That didn't work with Dez Bryant. Dez's style of play does not work with a Dak Prescott type quarterback. Well, we saw that. Why we need to bring him back? Why do we need to? I mean, I heard the excitement because y'all saw a video with Dez catch a ball with one hand against a guy off the street, and me. I mean, that doesn't. We saw that. Why are we even? What's up? What's up, Bishop? I see Bishop Gallard is in there. Thank you for popping in, brother. I appreciate the support. Listen, I don't know why we would get excited. Why everybody get excited about Dez? No, if Dez was that dude, please understand, y'all. And I love Dez. We all love Dez. Dez couldn't hardly get a job, man. You know why? Because nobody in the NFL thinks he really can play anymore. His injuries caught up with him. Okay? That just don't work. I see you, Jose. Jose says, yeah, Kellen doesn't have his ideal quarterback to run the offense he wants to run. Exactly. Joe says he believes Dez would be good in the red zone. One thing he can do is he still can, look like he still can jump and get the ball. So there has to be some advantage. But Dak didn't throw the Dez when he was there, when he was younger. I don't. We don't. Yeah. Hey, what's that? My boy Gary's back. Gary said, I don't know why y'all say that like nobody watched the first half. Say he stopped pounding the run when we stopped moving people. Exactly. Listen, I'm saying this, Gary. I'm not excited. I'm not. Now y'all may be. I'm not knocking y'all if you are. I'm not knocking you if you are. I'm just not excited because he is too seesawish. Can I say it like that? He's too up and down. Gary brings up a great point that at one point of the season, the guys were moving people out the way, running the ball. We know that. And then he went back to his old self. And let's factor in injuries. I got to throw that in because we got to be somewhat fair to that. But I'm not excited about. Let me show you why I'm not excited. Okay, let me show you why I'm not excited. There's a few people that says Green, uh, Kenyon, I forgot his first name, maybe pronounced it wrong. Green will be drafted. He's an offensive lineman. I believe he's a tackle. Let me ask y'all. Let me ask y'all this question. When you get drafted in the first round, usually 8 times out of 10, you are a day one starter or you're getting a lot of playing time. It's one or the other. If you draft offensive lineman, the only way he gonna play is unless he injury happens. That's it. The right tackle position is set in stone as far as I'm concerned. That belongs to Terrence Steele. Okay, let's be realistic. As long as Tyron Smith is walking, they will be loyal to him and give him the left tackle position. No matter if Tyron Smith is not going to sit the bench, he will go out the same way Jason Witten went out on his own terms. So if this kid comes and plays, where he gonna play it? I mean, I ain't gonna say it's a wasted draft pick because you're preparing for the future. I get it, but people in the first round usually get on the field. He ain't getting on the field unless Tyron Smith, of course, get hurt. Okay, I mean, no question, Gary. That's what I'm saying. Left guard and center, but this kid plays tackle. I'm not sure if he can flex. I don't know. I ain't heard about him playing, flex position where he can play guard or I mean, I don't know that. But I'm just saying if you draft him, unless unless you see that, oh, excuse me. Oh. Thank you. Oh, I could have sworn he was a tackle, but I've been corrected, which I don't mind at all. Jose said Kenyon Green is a guard. Excuse me. Well, that changes that changes everything for me. Yeah. If he can play guard, then I understand it. Oh, if he can play guard, then it makes sense to me. I love it. Yes, hey, that'll change my whole tune. I look. Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Gary. I see you. If he can play guard, if Kenyon Green can play guard, and that's the guy that's on high on their board, I'm all for it. No doubt about it. I'll take that. Huh? I'll take that. Now, if you go with receiver, I mean, come on, y'all. I'm convinced the playbook of our receivers is and the play calling plus the skill set of Dak Prescott and what he does best. It's kind of easy to see what type of receiver he needs. You don't need that dog receiver, okay? You don't need that because Dak don't throw the ball like that. That's why everybody who's talking about Dez, that's not the type of receiver that Dak kind of flourishes with. We should know by now what type of receiver Dak needs. He don't need that dog go throw in the coverage and the guy go get it. He's not that type of quarterback. He's just not. We've seen enough. He needs a route runner, which he had in Amari Cooper. That's the kind of guy he needs. Precise type routes where they can get open and Dak throw. Dak ain't really just a throw open type quarterback. He's not. He's not. We've seen enough. We know what the book is out on. So that kid from Ohio State, Chris Lowe, I mean, I like him. He good. He's good. I like him. There are a few other receivers that are pretty good too. If we get that, but still, I'm still in this dilemma, man. I seen Kellen. He had Cooper, Lamb, and Gallup, and he was throwing the ball after that hot spurt that we had when we was running the ball. And when the season was over with, I mean, Cooper didn't have no gigantic stats. I realized he missed a couple of games, but it wasn't nothing spectacular. The routes are the same. I mean, slants. Let me see. What else we run? Slants, bubble screens. Let's see. We'll run a dig route where we go and come across the middle. Dak throws that pretty good. Dak throws a seam route pretty good. Uh, deep balls. The only person it seemed like he throw a deep ball to is Gallup. And Gallup had to catch the ball, and Dak has gotten better, obviously, with his deep ball throws. I give him that, but we just not a push the type, push down the field type of throwing game. That's just not us. We slant for days. That's what we do. We do comeback routes. We know that's what we do. We don't run the post routes. We don't run the corner post. We don't run the real post. We don't do all that. We don't run the zag route. We don't run the option routes. What Witten used to, but I mean we don't do that. We just don't. That's not the way we do it. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. We got to find a way to make sure that uh let me see that. I think that was Billy calling me again. Billy, you on one tonight. You trying to get to me. What's going on, everybody? So I don't know about that. I'm not sure about receiver. I'm just a firm believer. You couldn't get it right with Cooper and all those guys. It's kind of hard to convince me that all of a sudden this is gonna be all right. I think we're gonna be all right, but we're not gonna be as explosive. And then you heard the news today that we let Malik Turner go. I just don't, and he signed with Frisco. I mean, I like Malik Turner. I don't. I mean, I don't know what San Francisco signed him to. I don't know what the Cowboys, are thinking. I would, I would almost guarantee that we're gonna draft a receiver kind of early now. We done lost too many receivers. Yeah, we lost Cooper. We lost Cedric Wilson. Now we lose Malik Turner. I mean, we're drafting a receiver somewhere. No, there's no question in my mind about that. We have to. I mean, we got to get some type of firepower back in here. We do because we're suffering. So I don't know what we are doing. What's going on? Oh God, I got another 49er fan, or at least he was on there. Man cave mother. Not as a 49er fan, I really think that they had the game. Cooper 100% Jerry's problem. I got another call in. It look like Billy's back. Come on, Billy. What's going on now? Here we go. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. 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 So you want us? Let me get this correct. This is from a 49er fan. You want us to take Jimmy G and you guys take Dak Prescott. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, on behalf, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he throws the ball. He throws the ball just like Dak, a bunch of slants. That's what he does. Slants to Debo, short passes. That's all he does. Him to Kittle, all that kind of stuff. I appreciate that, Billy. That's a trade that is actually not worth talking about, but I appreciate I appreciate you. Okay, okay. I appreciate that. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. My fraternity brother on fire tonight. Appreciate you, Billy. Thank you so much. You know, it's really what you really believe. So I'm not just sure uh, if you really think that a receiver is going to be it. I'm not convinced of of what we got. We need help on offensive line. We can't do nothing with the offensive line without it. So I really believe that if that kid is there, Green at 24, and he plays left guard, we definitely need a left guard for sure. That will cover us from the wants and needs at the same time. So I believe that would be an excellent pick if that happens. But until I see a model of consistency, a slight change in philosophy in offensive play calling, then I will kind of shut what I'm saying down. So you can't give it to me for about 5, 6 games and then all of a sudden go back to what you know. And then think I'm gonna give you credit. I'm not giving you credit at all. I just say, good Lord, that was just a pretty lucky time. That's the way I look at it. I can't give him credit. Kellen Moore, I'm talking about. And everybody's talking about. Let me go here. Everybody's talking about that. All of a sudden, everybody's talking about Mike McCarthy is supposed to really be involved this year with the offense. And I'm like, how? Man, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I mean, you're not calling plays. So let's get that right. It is Kellen Moore's offense. Let's get that right. Okay. Kellen Moore's offense, he's calling. Mike McCarthy has said on numerous occasions, if you're installing the plays, you should be the play caller. So I'm asking again, where is he really doing? You can't override the play call. You had your opportunity to do that all last year. Never did it. I'm trying to figure out why are we excited to hear McCarthy say that. We wish that he would, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening at all. So I don't know what we so excited for about that. In other words, what I'm trying to tell y'all is that I'm not hyped. I'm not. I'm not hype about it. I'm not hype about what's getting ready to happen with the Cowboys. I can't I can't I can't do it. I can't do it until I see it. I can't do it. Now I'd be excited and opposed, however, the opposite. Now if you tell me that a Jordan Davis is there at defensive tackle from Georgia and he goes with Dan Quinn, I'm excited. Oh, no doubt. Cause see, I know what Dan Quinn gonna do with him. If you tell me Dean is there, the linebacker from Georgia, I'm excited because I know what he gonna do. I trust Dan Quinn. I trust that whatever defensive player he gets, he is going to make them guys go to a level rather quickly. I believe that. What is the word that I just see Joe put up here? I'm sorry, Joe. I'm just looking at this. Joe said I was just listening to West Coast, my brother West Coast, and he said that he would trade a 5th round pick for Baker Mayfield to back up Dak. Not going to happen. And West Coast comes up with solutions in his head. Me, I kind of stay with the realism. I'm not knocking them for that. But one thing the Cowboys do not do, they do not bring in a player to challenge their starting quarterback. Please name me the backup quarterback that really challenged Romo. Name me the backup quarterback that challenged Troy Aikman. Name me the backup quarterback that is, that has challenged Dak Prescott. It don't happen like that. We don't do that. They secure their quarterbacks by not bringing nobody in to challenge them. Baker Mayfield would challenge Dak Prescott. He would. And that's just not gonna happen. I appreciate the thought, but that's not gonna happen. Baker Mayfield. The only time he comes to Dallas unless he visited, unless Oklahoma and Texas play in Dallas. you know, at the Cotton Bowl. That's where you'll see that. Not that. That's not gonna happen. So I'll let that go. Uh, it's trust factor. I trust Dan Quinn. I trust Dan Quinn. I don't trust Kellen Moore. I don't. I don't trust. You may trust Kellen Moore. I don't. I don't. I don't trust him. Uh, I guess I've seen too much, and I have a problem with it. I do. It's just gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen. So we got the same. Uh, Joe says I don't believe Cleveland will trade him because Watson might get suspended. I believe they will, Joe. I believe they will trade Baker Mayfield because Baker has already checked out of Cleveland. He was insulted by them even insinuating bringing in another quarterback. He was you lost your belief in him. Cleveland lost their belief in him. That's why they went ahead and traded to get uh, Deshaun Watson, even though they knew that there was a good chance that he might even be suspended. They're willing to even take that just to say, look, we got you. And you don't bring a guy like Deshaun Watson in and think that there's going to be some type of competition. If he's not suspended, he is your day one starter. Baker Mayfield is checked out. He's checked out of Cleveland. You got to get rid of him because he becomes a cancer to your locker room. You got to get rid of him. The problem is that most of the teams starting quarterbacks are intact. It's just only a few teams that may have the question of a starting quarterback. You know, I believe that it's a starting job. To be honest with you, that's open, and that's in Pittsburgh. But Pittsburgh have seen enough of Baker Mayfield because they play him twice every year. Guess what? They ain't jumped in and took him. They have. I mean, you can go down the list. There are some spots that are open that you can, you know, that Baker probably can come in and probably start. Seattle needs a quarterback. Russell Wilson is gone. Seattle needs a quarterback. Ain't nobody signed him yet. Nobody signed Baker. He's sitting right there. I mean, at least you ain't traded for him. His contract is cheap because he ain't got paid the big money yet. He's the first overall pick. He's not trash, but he's just not, you know, what some people thought he would be. But Seattle's right there. That'd be a good spot for him. They ain't came and got him. So that ought to tell you something right there about Baker Mayfield. But they ain't coming. The Saints do not need a quarterback. They got Jameis. They got Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston and Baker Mayfield. Jameis was playing pretty good and he got hurt. Um, and once Deshaun Watson turned them down, they immediately signed Jameis Winston. Immediately. It wasn't no, I think it was about a day or two later. Exactly. That's what how well they thought of him. As far as Baker goes, Baker wasn't even a thought. They went in and signed James immediately. Hey, Kermit says nobody's picking up Baker's $18 million salary. That's why he's still in Cleveland. I doubt he's going there, but did I hear y'all say Baker would challenge that? No, I didn't say that. Joe was saying that West Coast said that on his podcast that he would trade. I put it up for you, Kermit. This is the comment that Joe says West Coast said on May. So there it is. He said that he would trade a fifth round pick for Baker Mayfield to back up Dak. You don't bring a Baker Mayfield type in unless you were challenging him or threatening uh, his job. Baker Mayfield is a guy that's above average, obviously. Number one draft pick, number one overall draft pick. You don't bring in a guy like that to be a backup quarterback. You don't. You know, he's you bring a guy in like that, Dak Prescott ears are gonna go up like a German Shepherd. Like, excuse me, what are y'all doing here? What's this? Why y'all bringing in this? He didn't say that about Andy Dalton, but you would say that about Baker Mayfield. Not saying Baker Mayfield is even on Dak's level. I'm just saying he's young enough and his contract is cheap enough that you would bring him in um, and challenge you. That would automatically be a challenge there. So I mean that's just fantasy football, Madden football. Nobody bringing Baker Mayfield to Dallas. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. They're not gonna pay uh, Dak Prescott the amount of money he's getting paid and then bring in a $18 million quarterback on the bench. I mean, come on, y'all. That's not going to happen. So I, let's go ahead and kill that idea. So yeah. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. I don't know how comfortable are y'all. Give me a number real quick for those that are hanging on me. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. On a scale of 1 to 10, let's do this. Let me see if anybody on Podbean. On a scale of 1 to 10, give me your comfortable how comfortable you are with Dan Quinn as your defensive coordinator. Scale of 1 to 10. Let's go. Scale of 1 to 10. How comfortable are you with Dan Quinn as your defensive coordinator, considering what you saw last year? And now the guys get a second year in his system, which means probably it's going to be a little bit better. How y'all feeling about Dan Quinn as your defensive coordinator? Joe says a 10. I'm gonna go with a 10 also. Anybody else on here? Anybody else? Kermit says a 8. That's still pretty high. All right. Give me anybody else on here? I see some people on here. Let's go ahead and put it in. Give me a scale on a scale of 1 to 10. How comfortable are you with Dan Quinn as your coordinator? Or I think I'm asking the question, how much confidence do you have in Dan Quinn being your defensive coordinator? Scale of 1 to 10. I got Joe, I got Kermit. I said a 10 myself. Okay, let's just go keep it going. On a scale of 1 to 10, check this one out. How much confidence or how comfortable are you with Kellen Moore being your offensive coordinator? See, this is gonna tell the tale right here. Wow. Joe said a -10. A -10. All right. I'm gonna go with about a 4 for me. I'm gonna go with about a 4 for me. He knows what to do sometimes. He just wanna try to be cute. Kermit say Kellen Moore 5.5. And see, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Appreciate you, Kermit and Joe. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Like if you draft offense. He ain't gonna know what to do with him. Hell, I mean, my goodness, he had Kellen Moore. I mean, excuse me, he had Tony Pollard. Hey, Sandy, hey, Con, I see you. He had Tony Pollard. We were begging him, please, please, can you get a ball to Tony Pollard, please, please. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. Can you please run the football, Ezekiel Elliott, please? He didn't do it. He didn't. I can't get hype if we draft a wide receiver. I mean, I take him, but I mean, I can't get hype because I don't know if he know how to really drive the car. Kellen Moore, that is. See, you can have a nice Corvette out there, beautiful, pretty body. You know what the car can do, but then when you try to crank it up, you ain't got no engine in it, so it ain't going nowhere. That's what I think about Kellen Moore. You don't know how to drive it. It's pretty. Pro bowlers everywhere. Hall of Fame players on your line. You got all that. You got a running back who can flat out pound the ball. You got an explosive Tony Pollard back there. You got C.D. Lamb. You got James Washington now. You had Amari Cooper. Look, if you don't know how to drive the car, you're gonna struggle. I don't think Kellen Moore can drive the car, man. That's me. He will have some games. I understand. Listen, I understand that it's almost sound very contradictory because the Dallas Cowboys had the number one offense in the league last year. Like it don't get no higher than number one. And somebody's saying, wait a minute. If they had the number one offense in the league, what in the world are you complaining about? That's what some of you are saying. Some of you are saying that. I don't know. Okay, here we go again. I got Billy again. Here we go. Talk to me, Billy. Here we go. I'll come first. So you really saying that Jimmy G is worth all that? That's what you saying? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Well, I only got one question though, Billy. I got one question. If he's the best quarterback in the league, why ain't y'all keeping him? Why you want to get it up? Yeah, 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 yeah. If he's the best quarterback in the league, why do you want to give him up? Okay, 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 okay. I get. I appreciate your offer. So let me get it. Let me get this right. You want a Dak Prescott, Tony Pollard, and a couple of picks for Jimmy G. Okay, all right. Okay, 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 okay. I got you. Well, I appreciate your call. Maybe the Jones family is thinking about this. Maybe. Okay, okay, okay. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Uh, that's my fraternity brother, y'all. He's a 49er fan, and he antagonizes the Cowboys. So they want to get rid of Jimmy G. Uh, and I'm not a defender of Jimmy G, but one thing about Jimmy G, he wins now. That is kind of camouflage with the defense that they have, and the greatness of Debo Samuel. The greatness that he has. You just throw a little swing pass to him, and he can rip it for about 40 yards immediately, as if he don't take it all the way to the house. That's just kind of player he is. But you look at Jimmy, it goes down as a 45-yard touchdown, but really all he did was just throw a swing pass. So Jimmy G. Listen, now that I'm thinking about it, why haven't Pittsburgh went after Jimmy G? I mean, that would be an excellent quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm serious. Why hasn't Seattle went after Jimmy G? How about that one? Russell Wilson is gone. I don't think Jimmy G is going to be in San Francisco. I just don't think he's going to be there. They really have to turn it over to Lance as much as they paid for him. Jimmy G is going to go somewhere, and Jimmy G is good enough to win some ball games for him. Ain't no doubt about that. Now. Y'all can laugh about Jimmy G. Jimmy G been in the NFC Championship game. Dak ain't been the one. Hmm? I'm just saying. Jimmy G been to a Super Bowl. Dak ain't been the one. I mean, Jimmy G, if I'm not mistaken, been in two NFC Championship games, made one Super Bowl. Look, I understand he had a great defense and all that kind of stuff, but look, I don't know why everybody look. Jimmy G wins. Jimmy G wins. I don't know what to look. Okay, all right. I don't want him in Dallas, but I'm just saying he wins. All right. Uh, I'm good with that. Now, uh, I'm done talking. I'm basically Kellen Moore is a continuous problem for me. I have a serious problem with him. And unless I see a different philosophy, I believe we're headed to the same thing next year. I just believe it. I believe it. All right. Call in line is now officially open. My frat Billy he jumped in immediately. And I don't mind that. So call in line is open. 901-654-6853. Go ahead, you guys can dominate the rest of this show. I'm done really for the night. I didn't want to throw that out there. Like I'm not hyped because I'm looking at my coaching staff. The problem is not the draft. Will McClay does an excellent job. It's after the draft where the problem starts. As soon as they get into training camp, that's when the coaching part comes in. And I don't know. Call in line open 901-654-6853. Uh, Whatever y'all want. Maybe I get some more pushback on some of the things that I said. Some of y'all, I got inboxes about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm not gonna say anything about that tonight. I know that our coach got fired today. I just briefly say this: that was just a scapegoat thing. The Lakers players are the problem. It's not the coach. Somebody had uh, who was that? Who was some of y'all? Craig, Craig Burton. Uh, I had a few inboxes of people who were asking why they fired the coach. Somebody had to fall on the sword for it. They can't fire the players, the Lakers, so the coach was gonna get the blame. Uh, it's not his fault, if you ask me. Lack of effort, uh, lack of commitment uh, will get you what they got, which is at first at the beginning of the year, everybody was saying they going to the finals. They couldn't even make the 10th seed. So I don't, it's going to be challenging. Uh, it's going to be challenging for the Lakers to find the right coach. Cause see, there's a lot of people got to sign off. Really, one in particular got to sign off for the Lakers, and that's LeBron. And good Lord, who does he like? And the Lakers are stuck with Russell Westbrook, and they're stuck with AD with his fragile limbs that he had. And LeBron is there, another year older, another year where he ended the year on the bench because he was hurt. So it's going to be a bunch of old heads again, unless they just get away from everybody. Carmelo and you know, I like the young players, THT and Monk. I hope they keep them, but we can't. We're not gonna win with them old guys. Let me see, Craig. I don't know what you're talking about when you say that's not going to happen. What's next? I don't know. I don't know what you are referring to. Uh, you're gonna have to help me out on that one. I don't know. Let me know exactly what you're talking about, and I address your comment on that. All right. So I'll talk about the Lakers on another time because I can go 2 hours talking about them. They're just ridiculous. But Cowboy fans, uh, LeBron. Oh no, LeBron not going nowhere. No, 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 no. He don't need to go anywhere. He had a great year. He had a great year individually. He had one of his best years, no doubt about it. He's still that dude. He had a great year, phenomenal year. No, as a matter of fact, he's gonna be all NBA this year. He probably won't be our first team all NBA, but he's going to be. Uh, is it? I think he's well deserved of second team All NBA, but if not, he definitely be third team All NBA. No doubt about that. He played well this year. He did. He really did. Who is that? Coach. Lakers were built from the wrong. So Jeffrey says built wrong. Ron has to be surrounded by shooters and role players. That's been the playbook on LeBron even when he was younger. He needs guys because he can get in the lane and he loved to dish it out and just give it to some shooters. Obviously, I agree with that. Jeffrey say LeBron needs to go. Nah, no, he don't need to go. I think AD needs to go. Definitely. LeBron can go ahead and stay and finish it out. Coach Breelove, hey Coach Breelove says Vogel was just a figurehead. If he knew how to coach, they could have still won games with the players they had. I agree 100% with that. He was just going to be the person that was going to fall on the sword. No doubt about that. Jerry said Lakers can blow that team up and be competitive in 2 years. A lot of new talent. Well, Jeffrey, I agree with you. They're going to have to do that. They're going to have to do that because if you just go with a bunch of old guys again next year, we're gonna be in trouble because LeBron is getting ready to retire. Uh, AD, God help him. Hopefully he can make another year. Hopefully he can play. without getting injured for so long like he always do. Ain't nobody gonna want to come to the Lakers as a free agent. We seeing a shift in the league, slowly but surely. So I agree with you. Craig Burton, the Giants fan, said the city's so nice and named it twice, but nobody don't care nothing about the Giants. So Burton, so I'm not even gonna address y'all. Y'all, is Daniel Jones still y'all quarterback? Oh, okay. Well, end of that discussion. Okay. Uh, Jeffrey says he believed that the Commanders, that's the Commanders, Jeffrey, the Washington Commanders, whatever they are, will win the division as long as Wentz stay healthy, which he does not. He had a good year with the Colts. Redskins had better receivers. He had a good year, Jeffrey, because he handed the ball off to Jonathan Taylor over 320, I believe over 320 times. You can survive if you handed the ball off, but the Colts didn't go nowhere. Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz. My coach said they should have gotten Buddy Hield with a stretch of flow so LeBron could work. I agree 100%. And the other trade, as Magic Johnson said, DeMar DeRozan trade would have helped out. Obviously, that would have helped big for LeBron if that would happen. So the Lakers missed out on an opportunity. Uh, Jerry says he still threw for almost 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That's a good year, solid year, no doubt. The question would become then, Jeffrey, when it comes to guys like Wentz, uh, as well as Jonathan Taylor ran the ball last year, and he did. What happens when he gets shut down and the game then turns over to the hands of Carson Wentz? You know what's going to happen. See, when you got a quarterback like Wentz, you got to have a running game to protect them. They become real efficient when the running game is working and you can play action pass, and it works for them like that. But what happens when the running game is not working and the game then is dependent upon Carson Wentz? You might as well say Dak Prescott too. What happens when the game kind of is in their hands? In other words, we down 10 in the fourth quarter with maybe about 6 minutes left where you can't run it no more. Or let's just say you down 21-3 at halftime or in the fourth quarter, where you got to go ahead and line up and shotgun your way through the game. Do you trust Carson Wentz then? Nope. Some would argue and say they don't trust Dak Prescott that way. It just varies. I've seen Dak do it, you know. What Jeffrey said, that's every quarterback with the exception of Rodgers, Brady, and Mahomes. Uh, we can throw in a couple more names with that too. I've seen Josh Allen take completely over. I've seen it. I've seen it. My book is still out on Herbert, but I've seen it with Herbert. He got to do it again for me this season, and then I might transfer him over. I've seen Lamar Jackson do it, completely take over. I've seen it. There's a couple more names that's there that that can take over a game. No doubt about that. Uh, let me see. Uh, Joe says, is Cooper Rush our backup or did he get signed by another team? I haven't heard Cooper getting signed by another team yet. Yeah, I didn't see it. Yeah, exactly, Jeffrey. I can't even tell you Russell Wilson exactly. Oh my God. I mean, how many times have we seen Russell Wilson take over a game? You put down Deshaun Watson too. People don't forget how good Deshaun is. but he can twist things up pretty good too. So there are some quarterbacks that you can say, okay, uh, we give you the game, go on line up a shotgun and go on do it. There are a few of them in there. So uh, it is what it is. But I the formula for us, to be honest with you, and please don't get me wrong, Dak Prescott has gotten better every single year. Every year. It's not too many guys that you're gonna find that got drafted in the fourth round of like Dak did, and they have progressed the way he's progressed every single year. He's gotten better and better and better every year. He can throw for almost 5,000 yards. He can get you over 30 touchdowns. He can keep it under 10 interceptions a year or barely right at 10. He can do it. But the truth of the matter is about Dak Prescott, his best year was his rookie year when he wasn't throwing the ball, when he wasn't throwing it too much, when he only looked like he passed on for 3,000 yards, barely, had 27 or something like touchdowns. That was his best to this date. His rookie year was his best year. And then, of course, why is that? Because we were running the ball down people's throats. That's why. We had a complimentary defense. We ran the ball efficiently and violently too, I may add. That's been Dak's best year. Sure, he got better passing, but his best year was his rookie year because we were a complimentary football team. It's just the truth. And that's the way we got to get back. If we're talking really seriously about really winning, Dak has showed traits that if you want to have a shootout, he's more than capable of shooting it out with you. But that's not the way we need to win. That's not the way we need to win. Yeah, he can throw 300, 400 yards. Yeah, he can. He's done it. He's done it. But that's not the way to win. He needs to run the football. And because we have and we just got to see it. I wish Randy Gregory would have stayed. Oh my goodness. Then I would have really been really hyped. Hopefully Dorrance Armstrong and Fowler Jr., Dante Fowler Jr., hopefully they can crank this thing up. But I really believe our defense is going to be our strongest unit next year. I really believe that. I believe the offense won't be the number one offense in the league, but at the same time, I really do believe that. I really do believe that they will be maybe a top 10 offense, and you can win a Super Bowl like that. I really feel like the Cowboys can be a top 10 defense next year. I do. And we ain't got to the draft yet to see what they're gonna add to this defense. I really believe that they can be a top 10 defense in the league next year. And if you get that, and you get somewhat of a top 10 uh, offense, then yeah, yeah. Craig, I just saw your comment, and I've done that before. And I'll just say this again. Listen, guys, if you want to call in real quick, there he is. I got Coach Marv in before Coach comes in. Listen, for those that may watch this replay, listen, if you want to advertise on this podcast, I have no problem with it. It's easy to get in touch with me. I'm going to put this into the chat where you can reach my email. And if you want to advertise, just email me here and we can take it from there. All right. I've done it before. You can do that here on my podcast. There it is. It's in the chat line there. The Big Time Show 3 at gmail.com. For those of you that are on Podbean, I'm going to do the same before I let Coach come in and crank it up a little bit. If those are on Podbean, I'm typing it in for you as well. The Big Time Show 3 at gmail.com. There it is in the chat line. And you can, want to advertise, just email me there. We can roll with it from there. Uh, Coach Marv Price is in the building. Come on, Coach. What's up? Man, we trying, man. Yes, sir. For our viewers that's here tonight, Coach, go on, hit it to them again. We got some new people in. Go on, tell them what you think. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nation Wright, those guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 For those that are that didn't tune into the last show, I came up with because I was going down the list and I was saying that Anthony Brown is a starter. I don't care what y'all think about him. He had a very, very solid year last year. I know you can point out the little couple games, but overall, he had a pretty good year. He's a starter in this league. Well, if Boss Man Fat, when we was talking, that if Boss Man Fat becomes a starter in this league, Anthony Brown and Jordan Lewis are going to have a tremendous battle for the third spot. And one of them will be our fourth cornerback. And Anthony Brown is too good to be a fourth cornerback. Jordan Lewis is too good. Exactly. And Jordan Lewis is too good to be a fourth cornerback. So coach jumped in and we were kind of like going back and forth with this thing like Andy Brown may be a tremendous asset to us in the draft as quiet as it's kept because If he's our fourth cornerback or our third cornerback, or you pick Jordan Lewis, one of them is not going to be too happy playing as a fourth cornerback. So we need to get rid of one of those, especially if Nashawn Wright has progressed as well. If somebody need to go, or yeah, exactly. You get somebody in the draft, yeah. So that's yeah, they're very cheap. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. And Jeffrey brings up and the counteract what we're saying. Jeffrey says, I think we need to leave Anthony Brown alone. He's not giving up his job. The only pushback, Jeffrey, I would say about that is when you draft a cornerback as high as Boss Man Fat, you're not going to have him on the bench playing special teams for the second year in a row. They really, when you draft a guy that high, you're going to put him on the field as quick as possible. The only reason why he didn't get on the field quicker last year is because he was sick and he was hurt. But soon as he was healthy, he was playing. And Anthony Brown was yeah, yeah, Anthony Brown was down in the slot. But what I'm saying is I don't have no problem keeping Anthony Brown. If you're telling me, but I know Jordan Lewis is not going to be your fourth quarterback. Jordan Lewis needs to be on the field. He's a playmaker. And at the same time, go ahead. He was. Couldn't get on the field. Yeah, yeah. What was mm-hmm, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, let's even look at this one, Coach. Uh, Canada couldn't even jump Nashawn Wright. Nashawn Wright played more than he did. See what I'm saying? More of a no, no, exactly too tall. Exactly, he too tall. Uh huh. Yeah, 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 yeah. I yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I believe, Coach, that as I said on the last show, that's where Anthony Brown's value is because, as I said on the last show, and I guess it fits here again. He's a starter on a whole bunch of teams. Day one, if you trade Anthony Brown, he's a starter. Forget slot. He's a number day one starter on a whole bunch of football teams. If you trade for him at less than $5 million, I'm telling you, he's a starter. I mean, man, look, yeah, yeah. You may not draft, trade for him as your number one cornerback, but let's be honest, he is a solid number two cornerback without a doubt. He really is, and I believe that would be a tremendous bargaining chip that you can use, and it's worth, as Coach Marv just said, it's worth you getting back into the second round. No doubt about that. I mean, he's a day one starter. No. Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah. Jeffrey brings up this point, and this just me, Jeffrey. Coach Jeffrey says, well, that goes for Donovan Wilson too. He is expendable, especially if Hooker returns to form and Moore improves. Well, the problem with that, Jeffrey, is this. I'm not arguing with you on that. It's just that can you trust Hooker's health? You see, you don't want to put all your eggs in that basket with a guy who traditionally stays hurt, like Hooker has. You need four, and then as far as Israel goes, go ahead. I'm sorry. Exactly. And then you talk about Israel. Well, we don't really know what Israel really is yet, so you're not banking on that. I know if you said he improves, but you can't bank. The talent for Hooker is there, but we can't. That health though is just he can't stay healthy. So that's the only reason why I say that, Jerry. But I like your idea, but I guess Donovan stays hurt too. So I get it, but if you got too many hurt people, where the health person coming from? The healthy person to the line break. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you just fill in for camp bodies then after that. So it is what it is. So, and you're right, everybody kind of sitting by the waiver wire just to see if they can pick up guys or for whatever. But like we threw it out there, coach, last game. I believe that is a tremendous way that you can end up getting a real quality ball player, second or third round, however way they want to do it. But Anthony Brown has tremendous value because We can go down the list. I mean, goodness, he's a starter immediate for a lot of these teams. Yeah, and he hot. He had a good year. He had a solid year. Yeah, 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 yeah. See, and then the other thing, coach, is that the mentality. Let's just play the role here. Let's just say that Boss Man Fat is our second corner. And then let's say the battle for the third cornerback spot is and Jordan and Anthony Brown. Okay. Can you imagine the mentality of Anthony Brown if he loses his job, number one? And then goes all the way to fourth on the depth chart. Can you imagine his mentality? He'll be checked out. He would. He'll be checked out. You know, he lost his starting job to Boss Man Fat. Now he gonna lose the third spot to Jordan Lewis. You know, I'm just throwing it out there. He wouldn't be no more good on his team. I mean, yeah, yeah, Diggs, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh God, yeah. And the other wild card is, coach, even though he doesn't really play the third position, but the wild card is also is going to be how much has Nashawn Wright improved. Now we're not talking about him playing coming down to playing no slot. We know that he too tall. But what if he done jumped up and he's made himself non-expendable? How about that? Where you saying, well, no, we're gonna keep Nashawn on the practice squad all year. What if this kid needs to dress every week? So I mean, there's only so many you can dress. I mean, so I'm with you, coach. I'm 100% with you. Exactly, exactly. Taco, taco, taco. Yeah, yeah. It's over with. It's over. Exactly. They're gonna let you go. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I love it, coach. Man, go ahead. Go ahead, coach. Mm, 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 mm-hmm. 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 I agree 100%. And the hope that I see it is that between, well, I'm going to say probably after the draft, there are some there are some guys that can fit what you're talking about. And even when they start cutting people, when training camp starts, there are gonna be some guys there that can fit the description at linebacker. That can do that. So I don't know if the door is really gonna be closed on that because see, the Cowboys have to be realistic. I know what they're hoping for, but look, LVE can't stay healthy. I mean, so if you lose him, then what you got? You ain't got nothing. Cox is coming off a ACL. We don't know where he is. Exactly. No, he's not a middle guy, so he's not a thumper. Yeah, he's not a thumper, like you said. So really the only thumper you got is really Parsons in the middle, who can play all three if he had to. Then you sign Gifford, and I mean he's a predominantly a special teams player. So we really don't have the guy. And so when everybody started getting excited about Dean from Georgia, yeah, that's a good pickup without a doubt. But he's not a middle linebacker himself. He's really kind of on the outside himself. He's not a real thumper. He's not a real big guy. That's why we all wanted Bobby Wagner so bad, is because he fits exactly what you're hearing Coach Marr describe. That guy would have been the perfect fit for us. So I'm agreeing with you. Our linebacker depth chart coach is really not good at all, to be honest with you. Love him. Love him. Hmm. 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 No. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Crazy. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Coach, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. We'll do it again. All right, Coach. Wait, man. That was a great coach, Mar Price from South Carolina, who always helps us out with his knowledge of the game, and I love to hear him talk because you just like people that know the game and make sense. You know what I'm talking about? I love it. I can talk ball all day with people like that. All right, and I'm gonna let Coach close it out. I'm done with tonight. I will see you guys. You know something? I'm really tired of saying I'll see you guys Saturday because it's just too much of a gap. You know what? I don't want to do three shows a week. I ain't like everybody else. Look, I got way too much other stuff going on in my life. Listen, I'm an assistant pastor at a church. You understand? I'm in school. I'm a doctoral student at Grand Canyon University. If I'm not doing this, I got homework to do. You see what I'm saying? Like I got I work every day in the school system. I mean, I got a lot of stuff to do. And I just, but this gap Monday and then next time I'm supposed to be coming on again is Saturday. It's too much stuff going on, so I got to figure something out. Either I'm gonna come on in the middle of the week again, and may have to add a third show. We who knows? Who knows? All right. Long as my family keep hanging with me, that's y'all. Long as y'all hang with me, we can do it all right. I appreciate you guys. Listen, you see it on the ticker there. Joe, I appreciate you, man, for hanging with me. Joe is in the country of Italy. He always is with me, and I appreciate Joe so much for hanging with me. Right there on that ticker there, you guys, before we leave, this is the way you can support the podcast. Cash App, $ the Big Time Show. You can do it that way. Those are all my handles that you see. If you belong to be on Twitter with me at Big Time Luke, the YouTube channel, I need you guys to do that. The Big Time Show. Go and subscribe there for me. And if you want to become a member, a premium member, go to the Big Time Show 3.supercast.tech. The Big Time Show 3.supercast.tech. If you type that in, what you can do is make a decision on how you want to support the podcast, whatever monetary amount you want to give. That's how you can do it there. Without a doubt, if you're on Podbean, just tap that red reward bag there. That's all you have to do is make a decision, the same decision for those that may use the supercast.tech line. You all you have to do is make a decision. $3, $2, $5, $10, $20 a month. Hey, it is what it is. But if you don't get mad. You just keep listening. I don't have no problem with it. My podcast show is not my primary source of income. It's just a hobby of mine that I like doing, man. I love football. Love it. Love talking about it. Love talking with people who know the game. And then, of course, I love Dallas Cowboys. You guys know that about me. It is what it is. So listen, as of now, I will see you guys on this Saturday. On this Saturday at 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock. Well, y'all come on back and hang with me. We'll talk some more. Uh, God knows we getting closer to the draft. So I'm gonna bring some guys on that have studied the draft pretty well, and we're gonna bring them on and we can talk. Uh, Mark Holmes, who is Mark Holmes, Frank? He say he be stealing my stuff. That's okay. I don't know who Mark Holmes is. What podcast is he? Frank Joseph. He say he be stealing my stuff. Okay. Well, that's the kind of that's flattering actually. Appreciate it. If somebody want to say what I say and use my material, that's okay. Uh, he's a YouTuber. Okay, okay. Uh, Hook me up with him. Tell him to follow. He obviously is he follow. He might be following my show. I don't know. But maybe one day we'll meet and we can bring them on together. See, we all kind of steal from each other, though. To be honest, we just have different ways of saying it. You yeah, accents, Okay. But anyway, you know, just have different ways of saying it. Uh, I try not to listen to too many guys. I love my brother Boss, Cowboy, and the OC, and those guys, uh, West Coast, like that. But I try not to, try to not steal. I just find my own little angles and work that. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I do. So it is what it is. Listen, I'll see you guys Saturday, 3 o'clock as of now. If not, just turn on your notifications. I may come sooner or later. Who knows? But until then, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to holler at you. This is the Big Time Show. Podbean, Is you here with me? Is you here with me? Oh yeah, there it is. Clap your hands. Woo! Yeah. Ah, we just be having fun, you know. Ain't that what life all about? Find something you love and work it. Yeah. We'll see you Saturday, probably 3 p.m. Thank you for clapping anyway. Yeah. I don't know what happened to the music, but y'all was there. Thank you so much for hanging with me. We will see you. Well, I tell you what, Bobby. You know, I ain't gonna even do you like that. No, no, don't leave. You go right. Watch this. I can't leave y'all like that. Right. Come on, clap right quick. Woo! Yeah. Uh. Woo! Yeah. That thing make it. Look, I done heard this so many times. It still sounds in it, man. You feel it in your soul. You understand? It's in your bones. It's just us, Bob, man. It's just us. It's in you. Can I go and say this? This is the big time show. Man, that show was raggedy too. Right. We'll holler at y'all.